Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear student, Assalamu alaikum. This is your Iqbal sir. I hope all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. This is my fourth video on work, power and energy. In my third video, I discussed about kinetic energy. In this video, I will discuss about potential energy. So at first we have to know what is potential energy. Potential energy. It is the energy possessed. This is the energy possessed by a body due to its position or condition. This is the energy possessed by a body due to its position or condition. Energy possessed by a body due to its position or condition. It is the same as stored energy. It is the same as stored energy. If we change the position of a object, if it acquire any energy, that is stored energy, it will be equal to the potential energy. For example, if we stressed, example here given as stressed or compressed spring, a stressed or compressed spring. If we stressed or compressed any spring from its normal position, it will gain a stored energy which is equal to potential energy. And a person, even if he seated or standing, a person even if he seated or standing. There are three type of potential energy. Three type of potential energy. What are they? Number one, elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy. Number two, gravitational potential energy. Number two, gravitational potential energy. Number three, chemical potential energy. Number three, chemical potential energy. At first, we will discuss about elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy. What is the elastic potential energy? It is the energy stored in elastic materials as the result of their stressing or compressing. It is the energy stored in elastic material as a result of their stressing or compressing. The more stress, the more stored energy. The more stress, the more stored energy. Here, if we stress a rubber from its normal position, then it will acquire an energy which is equal to potential energy, and we know that rubber is a elastic material. Rubber is a elastic material. We know that elasticity is the property which act against applied external force. Elasticity is the property of a matter which act against external applied force. If we remove here the applied force, it will regain its original position. Okay, and this elastic potential energy used in these cases. This elastic potential energy used in these cases. Now, in this figure, we see that a rubber is stressed. A rubber is stressed. If we stress is more, then elastic potential energy will be more. More stress, the more stored energy. If we compressed any matter also, then if we more compressed, it will be more stored energy. Okay. In these cases, we will discuss about potential energy of a spring. Potential energy of a spring. Here we stressed the rubber. In these cases, we compressed a spring. In this figure, the textbook figure number 4.02, a stationary state of a spring and compressed by applied force. Here applied force is F. This is the normal position this is the normal position of a spring. Here L is the length of the spring in normal position. L is the length of a spring. L is the length of a spring at normal position. Now if we applied a force F in this spring, it will compress a distance x. It will compress a distance x. Now if the spring constant is k, spring constant is k, and if the spring is compressed by a distance x, here x is the distance of compressed. Here spring is compressed by a distance x from its normal state, then the potential energy stored, in it is V equal to half k x square. Here V is the stored potential energy. Okay, this is the expression for potential energy of a spring. Now gravitational potential energy. It is the energy stored in an object. As the result of the vertical position or height. A potential energy of a body due to elevated position. A potential energy of a body due to elevated position. See the figure. Here there are two figures here. In first figure, a hill is elevated from the earth's surface. That's why it will acquire a stored energy, which is the gravitational potential energy. Here the bag in her hand, which is elevated from the surface, it also acquired an energy which is gravitational potential energy. These two figure indicates gravitational potential energy. Now potential energy of an object at a height. When an object is raised to a height, its energy increases because work is done on it against gravity, and the energy present in such an object is called gravitational potential energy. Okay, we already discussed about it. When an object is raised at a certain height, its energy increases because work is done on it against gravity, and the energy present in such an object is called gravitational potential energy. Now if an object of mass m is raised to a height h from the ground, the force required to raise the object is equal to the weight of the object. Here the force required to raise the object equal to the weight of the object. Here weight of the object is mg. Okay, now we know that work done equal to force into displacement, that is W equal to F into H. Here the required force is equal to the weight of the object, that is mg. We can write in the position of force equal to mg into h, W equal to mg h, and so we can write this work done equal to the potential energy gained by the object, that is EP equal to mg h, because the gravitational potential energy equal to the work done against gravity, and this is the expression for the potential energy of an object at a height. Here a mathematical problem is given. Find the energy possessed by an object of mass 10 kg. Here given mass 10 kg. When it is at height of 6 meter, that is h equal to 6 meter above the ground, given acceleration